Calling Raven.
Payback time.
Coming here for my label.
You just don't turn it off!
You want 'em? We got 'em. This January, Backtrack Cinema brings you a man and a movie, where we watch men dishing it out every week. And don't worry, we love our ladies too.
It's nice.
A man and a movie, every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday at 3. Get ready for action, horror, and sci-fi, and some laughs along the way. A Man and a Movie, this January at Backtrack Cinema, Thursdays at 7, Sundays at 3.
Well, to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You want them? We got them. Welcome back to A Man and a Movie. I am your host, Jason Knight. This is Backtrack Cinema, and this is my weekly watch party series. And tonight we are doing Aliens, and I got my good buddy Austin from SPC Unleashed. One of his favorite movies, one of my favorite movies. We're going to dive into it, tell stories, give you guys what we like, commentary. You guys can follow along down there. It is 8:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, coming at you from Ontario, Canada. So, Austin, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I'm ready to rewatch this, especially after us doing our specialist ranking. I want to see if my top two are going to switch, because I'm kind of slightly regretting it almost.
You're regretting. What was your top again?
My
Aliens.
number, Aliens was my number one, and Terminator was number two. Even though I've loved Terminator,
They go back and forth with me too, but Terminator is just so good. I just think I like it. I think I like it a tad more. So, but tell me about your first experience with this movie while we get some viewers coming in. But we're going to start soon. We're going to start about 5 minutes or so, guys. So it's a long one. So I'd like to start soon. But when did you first watch this?
so weirdly enough, I bought the quadrilogy pack, the one down there actually that you have. I bought that back in like 2014. I never opened it until 2020. And I finally cracked it open. I finally sat down. I only saw one legit Alien movie in that quadrilogy. So the first one I ever saw was Alien Resurrection. At the time, I really liked it. Right now, not so much. Not very good, in my opinion. But I liked the first Alien. I thought at first it was a little slow, but then I got to Aliens, and yeah, this was a lot more what I wanted. It was a lot more fast-paced, action-packed. Characters were so much more interesting. Practical effects are phenomenal. And to me, this is the best version of Ripley we are probably ever going to get in this entire series, personally. But I would definitely say it's up there, and it's easily 5 stars. Like I have absolutely no problems with this. James Cameron, one of my favorite directors of all time. Again, between this and Terminator, I would say is probably his overall best film in my personal opinion. But yeah, I was freshly new to this. All I ever saw before actually sitting down and watching all the Alien films, I watched Resurrection and Alien versus Predator.
Yeah, well, I've been watching Aliens my whole life. Aliens is just something I don't remember watching Aliens as a small child. But later on, like 9, 10, 11, 12, early teenage. That's when I started watching it a lot and fell in love with Bill Paxton with Aliens. I mean, the characters are just so good, so good. So, um, absolutely such a good movie.
Yes.
Matt, he says, just watched this for the first time last year. I know, shocking.
Really?
Did you like it though, Matt? Did you like it? Did you like it, or do you like more like Alien? Alien's probably too slow for you, Matt. But yeah, this one definitely got the pace. It's definitely got the pace. Good to see you, Matt.
Man, I'm even one of those weird ones. I like Alien 3 quite a bit, actually.
You know, it's if I can ignore the beginning, I do like the darkness of it. I really, I'll say that. Tim says, "What's up, guys? Fucking pumped for some aliens." Okay, we're gonna get started then, man. You're pumped. Tim's my go-to guy. He says, "Let's go. We're gonna go." So, um, Fachi says, "I really liked it." Oh, that's good. He says, "I enjoyed the first three, to be honest." Yeah. Um, I can't remember where I placed them all, but I like the Covenant and the other one too. Prometheus. I love. I like those movies, man. I know they get hate, but I enjoy them.
We finally got a date now for Alien Romulus.
So when's the date?
August 16th is when Alien
Okay.
Romulus comes out.
Damn, yeah, I'll be excited about that. I hope it's not shit, but we'll see.
Fede Alvarez is behind it, man. I have all the faith in the world. It's going to be good.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I like him. All right, let's say we get this party started. I'm going to count down from 5, and you hear me say play. We'll press play together. So here comes Aliens coming at you from Backtrack Cinema. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, got my drinks, got my fluids. It's a long one, guys. This is theatrical edition, by the way, guys. Um, because it's already long as it is. Brandy wine. I think it's so interesting that they pick up 57 years later. I thought that was a great way to take this.
That's the part I think is the craziest about these Alien movies is like how much time like passes between each movie. Especially like 3 to Resurrection. Oh man,
Yeah,
it's like 200 years or something like that.
yeah. And Carrie Henn as Newt. This was her only movie I think she ever did. And the movie, it holds up fantastically well, like visually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, story wise too, and characters too. But Stan Winston, of course, we had him and James Cameron do everything together. Just the production design in this, and the way the xenomorphs look, and they did such a good job with this movie.
It's like the thing, man. It like just the practical effects hold up just phenomenal.
Yeah, and that's a craft, man. That's a craft that to make them hold up like that. I just did a video on my top 10 iconic 70s moments. And so number 2 was the beginning of A New Hope.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I mentioned is the reason it holds up, like why it's so iconic, is they blast you into the story right away, and there's the Star Destroyer chasing down the Rebel ship.
Yep.
But that model making for that time and what he was able to do, and the way it transfers the 4K, Blu-ray, DVD, it just holds up so well, that opening scene.
Yeah, it's sad how movies like this are more impressive than movies we get nowadays with like hundreds of millions of dollars.
Right. And this was also an Oscar film. Like Sigourney Weaver got nominated for an Oscar for this.
Oh,
movie.
I did not know that.
Believe it, because we only remember the winners. We don't remember the nominees. That would have been like, could you imagine a film like Aliens being nominated, an actress being nominated in this day and age? It wouldn't happen. Like Tim says, this may not be a popular answer. I love them all. Could throw on one, doesn't matter which one. Like them all. That's fair, man. It's actually it's a good franchise. I don't care what anyone says about that. It's a good franchise. Hell, I like AVP too, so sue me. I can't see shit, but I like it.
Right?
And the similarities of the spaceships or the plane, the what do you call it? It's very like Terminator, James Cameron's
Oh,
vision.
yep.
There's a lot of like this the way he designed everything because he's an artist and everything. He likely designs everything.
Mhm. I'd have loved to have seen James Cameron do a Star Wars movie.
Be interesting. There she is, floating away in space. It's a bit of a slow burn, the first half of this movie. It builds. Jimmy Cameron likes to build everything up.
Mhm.
I think it was nominated for a sound design too, but I may be wrong about that. Nice dissolve shot. Love it.
Just yeah, transitions, man. God, they're just I'm a
He knows
sucker for
that.
those in any movie.
Yeah, he knows how to direct a film. This guy, and he just come off Terminator. This was his next one. It
Hmm.
was Terminator. This is a lot more money. Obviously, they gave him a lot more money to do a film. Prove what he could do with a lower budget.
It's sad he does two like phenomenal movies back to back, but it takes him 15 years to do an Avatar movie.
I think he's a bit of a perfectionist, to be honest.
Yeah.
Stupid fucking cat. Burke. Slimeball. Slimeball Burke. She's already looking confused. Know what the hell's going on? $57 fucking years. That's amazing. So cats can sense aliens, I'm assuming? Even
I guess so.
even though it's a dream sequence? And you know what? The fact that she got an Oscar nom, This performance is really good.
And like I said, I think this is the best she's done in this whole series.
Yeah, definitely. This is the best version of Ripley for sure. Looks like fucking ET coming out of her. James Horner bringing the score. I believe Jerry Goldsmith did the original. We got
Mhm.
James Horner doing the score in this one. Tim says, I think the first time we watched this, finding out it's been 57 years, we were blown away. Didn't expect that much. Expect that much time to have passed. Yeah, it's a good thing for the narrative. She's getting frustrated with this group here.
I would when I first watched this. I was like, "You guys are more concerned about this ship than like, hey, what happened?" Like, no, you blew up our $42 million ship. Like, how dare you?
Yes. Tell him. Tell him, Ripley. The thing is, it's been 57 years for them. For her, it feels like yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So that PTSD, she's traumatized. She's, having nightmares and shit. And that's right, Tim. She's getting pissed off.
So now you're with a theatrical cut or extended cut?
Theatrical.
Theatrical.
I do like the extended cut. It's just that it's just for time. Love this shot, man. She's not into smoking the cigarettes, just sitting there. But James Cameron, he knows how to tell a story visually, man. It's just
He's one of the best.
yeah, great shot. course, in the extended cut, we find out she had a daughter who grew old and died. So, which is kind of a big piece in the story. I, it's beyond me how that never made the theatrical cut.
They did make it into a video game.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm. It's called Alien Isolation.
that's the suits for you, honey. That's what the suits do, man. Yeah, Jimmy Cameron always said that it was like a Vietnam vet who goes back to Vietnam to deal with the PTSD. That's what Ripley basically is, and I think that's a awesome way to take her character. It's 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 kind of like what Jimmy Cameron wrote some of the screenplay for Rambo 2,
Mhm.
where Rambo goes back to Vietnam, except for they didn't get into the real meat and potatoes of Rambo's psyche and stuff. So you could see where he was doing it with this. Tim says bullshit. He can guarantee your safety. Yeah, right. Two of the best female characters ever, Sarah Connor and Ripley. Man, just who end up just being badasses.
Yeah. I would still say Ripley. I like Ripley just a little more than Sarah.
Oh, I like Sarah just a little more. Um, I don't know, something about Linda Hamilton playing that character. Sometimes I can't even put my finger on it. It's just the transition from like just waitress and at the end of Terminator and you go to T2, she's just prepared, in control. She's a soldier. Like it's crazy. Both directed by Jimmy Cameron, like these versions anyway.
Mhm.
So she can't beat the nightmare. She's fucked up, man. I love how she cuts him off, eh? She just says I'm in and hangs up. I got my big award show coming up, and Sigourney Weaver has been nominated for 2 awards: Best
Ooh.
Supporting Actress for Ghostbusters and Best Actress for Aliens. Through my polls and stuff.
Oh yeah, I've been voting on those a lot lately.
Yeah, so um, she got nominated for acting, 2 different movies, 2 different acting roles. So
I'm forgetting
we'll
she
see
was
how
in
she
Ghostbusters.
does. She's a great actress, Sigourney Weaver.
Have you seen her in? It's called The Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, I saw her in that.
Okay, yeah, that one was. This is a weird movie, but
I don't think I've seen her in anything that I didn't like her in.
right?
Tim says it's funny if you watch the Arnold documentary, he was pissed when he saw how good of shape Linda Hamilton was. He jokes, says, that son of a bitch is more cut than I am. Yeah, she got in some shape, man. And man, so many good characters in this movie, right?
Oh, boy. Oh, Michael Biehn
There he is.
and Bill Paxton. Oh,
Apone. I love this guy. My dad used to say that when he'd get me up for work in the morning. It's another glorious day in the Corps. Look how insubordinate they are, though. The way they talk back to I'm just like, these guys are so loosey goosey when it comes to being a Marine. Tim says, look at those poor bastards. They have no idea the hell they're about to go through. Right?
now she's the foster mom of John and
Yeah,
Q2, right?
yeah.
Okay.
I forget her name. I think Jeanette something. I can't remember her name. Cornbread. This is great, man. Not me, man. What? Stop fooling around, man. Oh, I miss Bill Paxton so much, man.
Damn. Thank you.
I love how they're setting up all this camaraderie with them, with them all, and how they jive with each other.
Mhm.
Tim says that's awesome. He was shitting his pants. I bet.
Oh boy, more PTSD.
Yep.
You.
You got to remember how what time she's from. She doesn't trust technology. She doesn't trust that shit. I like that how they take a real tense moment and then break it up with a nice little gag at the end of it with comedy.
It's a nice little tension breaker.
Yeah, it's important, man. It's important. Movie Jeff is in the house. He says, "Hey, Jason, what's going on, Jeff? How you doing, man? I know you love this movie." Yeah, Aliens rocks. Definitely does, man. One of my favorites. See how now look at Sigourney Weaver's body language. See how nervous she is? She's like got her hands in her pocket. She's very stiff and like um I don't know, like on edge.
Probably because of her last group, because they were kind of confident, cocky people, and now there's like 4 times as many of them now.
Yep. She can't even tell the story without breaking up. Like this is where her natural leadership comes in. Tim says they think it's another waste of time mission. Yeah, that's exactly what they think it is. Like he said, it's a bug hunt. Is this just another bug hunt? They're not taking the shit serious, like what this thing really is, how deadly it is. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Come on, Sarge. uh, Look at this practical effects. Even this looks great. Oh, there's the classic forklift on upright forklift or the loader or whatever you call it. I don't know what they call it. So cool.
I would just love to be in one of those just for the heck of it.
She earns a little bit of respect here. That's what it's about. It's not just like they call her Snow White. She's not just a. She can do shit. Cool shit, man. Hydraulics. Love it. Tim says, "Is it me or does it look pre-Avatar that stand-up forklift?" Well, you're talking about the mind of James Cameron. He everything he does has similarities to it. I love the music here, the drumming, the little military drumming on the snare.
Where is he from? I've seen him in something else too.
He's I forget his name, but he's from Lethal Weapon 2. Shawshank Redemption. You know
He's not
Shawshank.
Terminator, is he?
No, he's that's not Robert. That's Robert Patrick. You thinking of as the T-1000? Um, yeah,
Take
he's
a
in
look.
Shawshank Redemption. Lethal Weapon 2. He was in a small role. Oh, he's a huge character actor. He's been in a ton of stuff. Got it on VHS here. Aliens. See if his name's on here. His name's not on here. Forget his name.
What's his character's name? Is it Gorman?
No, Gorman is the captain. Um, Dietrich, I think. There's Hudson, Hicks, Apone, Warbowski, Gorman, Vasquez. De- is it Deacon Frost? He's not Frost. He's Dietrich, I think, something like that.
Is it maybe Crow? Private Tim Crow?
I don't think that's him. Man, I forget the actor's name. Big character actor though. I am the badass of the badass art. That's
Mark
in the special.
Rolston.
That's it. That's it. That's
He,
his name.
he plays Drake.
Drake. That's it.
Oh, that's where I know him from. I know him from the Saw movies.
Who does he play in the Saw movies?
He plays an FBI agent.
Oh, okay.
He's in the fifth and sixth movie.
I haven't watched past the second one, so
Oh, you're lucky.
I really enjoy the first one. I'm a big James Wan fan, so we're in the pipe. 5 by 5.
I don't know why. Every time I watch this scene, I feel like I'm like in there with them.
Simulated. Thank you, Tim. Mark Rolston. Yeah, look at these shots, eh? Looks fantastic. Guy's sleeping.
She's like, I don't care.
She just gives him a look like, and what's your point? Looks like no one's home, man. Look at that. That's very Terminator, that ship right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, I love Vasquez. She's awesome. Bar.
Gotta have one of those.
Hudson, run a bypass. Now, if you have a really good home theater system, this movie sounds incredible. Like if you have like that, like with surround, you
Mhm.
can hear them crawling. When they start crawling through shit and everything like that, you can hear it right at your ears, man. It's crazy.
I would love to just go see this in theaters with like a decent
Oh,
seat.
oh, God, man. Like I never got a chance to see this in theaters, so I would rather watch old movies return to theater than watch anything that's coming out now. Like,
Yeah, it needs to be something I'm like really, really interested in for me to even remotely want to go see something.
yeah, I picked up the Flash for my kids. The new Flash movie,
Mhm.
the last one, with Michael Keaton back and stuff. Um, we haven't watched it yet though, the kids and I, but I got it for them.
I liked it.
Yeah, I've heard mixed things on it. So I heard some people love it, some people not so much. So
Mhm.
I'll be interested to watch it though.
Yeah, I'm most excited for Dune Part 2.
Kingdom of the Apes for me, my friend.
Oh yes,
Yes.
we are gonna have to talk about that when that comes out.
Yeah. That's one I do plan on seeing, so I'm hoping to go and see it. Beetlejuice, I'd like to go see. I wouldn't mind watching that one. That's another one I'm interested in.
Yeah.
There's not really Nosferatu on. I'm not a big. What's the director?
Robert
Edgar.
Eggers,
Robert Eggers. Me and him are just not.
he's weird.
He's weird. Yes,
Like
and I
the
even
Lighthouse.
the Northman was the best I've seen of him so far. But even that started getting a little bit pretentious for me, and I was just like, just make an entertaining movie, but still put that style he likes to put in it.
I think
I
you
don't
didn't like
find
the Lighthouse.
no, it's garbage, fucking garbage.
That was a weird movie.
I said, what am I watching here? Like this is, and I get it. I get the symbolism he was going for. Beautifully shot. Like don't get me wrong, beautifully shot. That's why I have a lot of faith with him with Nosferatu, but make it entertaining with intriguing dialogue. Like I just don't find the writing's great with him.
No, he needs some help. He's like Rob Zombie.
In a way, yeah. I would love to see what Rob Zombie could do with a writer. Like if someone actually wrote it, like
Yeah.
just because I think he has an eye for the camera.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you could say what you want. I mean, I actually do like the Halloween movies, but you could say what you want about them. But some of that stuff in Halloween too,
I
like the
love that
hospital
movie.
scene, was incredible. Like
Yes.
for me, like
Yeah, that cinematography and everything in that film. Oh god, just
Tim. Okay, Jason Austin. Tough question time. Jason, on your Q&A, talked about it. You have a chance to see any movie again on the big screen. What's your pick? Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, I would love to see the original Rocky just to experience the fight scene and everything at the end. But that's a tough question. I'm trying to think of something that would be just a really must have been a great theater experience. Okay, I'll say this, Tim. I would have liked to have been back in 1960 to see Psycho, just to see the audience reaction to that movie. And it's one of my favorite movies of all time.
so bad.
Um, um, Anything 80s really, like Back to the Future for the first time again. Like seeing that in the theater. I saw the reissues of Star Wars all in the theater, so I actually did get to experience those. Like Empire and Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi was my first theater movie. Like I was there when I was 4 years old.
So jealous.
I remember seeing Who Framed Roger Rabbit in the theater and just being blown away that they actually mixed cartoon and human or live actors together. That was like amazing for its time. Um, Tim. That's a tough question because there's so many great movies out there. Oh, that's tough. Um, like stuff like Nightmare on Elm Street. I would have loved to see. I'd love to see in the theater. I'd love to see something like Die Hard, Your Lethal Weapons, First Blood. I'd like to see all those in the theater, but I find they're just not in that. Like they don't bring those movies back. At least not around here, anyway. What about you, Austin? You think of any?
I would have loved to have seen Jurassic Park when it first came out because that's
Oh
like my favorite film of all time.
shit! I saw it 3 times in the theater when it came out.
I got to see it. They re-released it in like 3D, so I had to go see it in theaters. Oh, it's so beautiful.
Oh, Predator! I would love to see Predator on the big screen.
There
The
you
first
go.
Predator movie. I would love to see that one on the big screen. I saw that when I was a kid, right? When I was on video.
It'd be Jurassic Park, Aliens, Empire Strikes Back. The original Halloween. Oh man,
Those are good choices.
and probably the first Terminator. I'd love to see how people would have reacted to like the Terminator when it first came out.
You know what? I'm expecting it to be re-released in theaters with the 40th anniversary this year. I would expect it. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll probably do that with this here in 2 more years.
Xenomorph, the face hugger. Yeah, because with 1984 is everything's turning 40 years. Like Temple of Doom's turning 40 years. Just watch that on Sunday with Nick.
That's my
Nick
favorite
Billing.
Indiana Jones.
Me too. I've loved it ever since I was a kid. I love it, man. I just love it. Such a great movie. But 1984 was a stacked year, man. Some Friday the 13th Part 4. That would have been a great one to see in the theater.
The best one.
In fact, the movie we're watching right now, Aliens, they figured this is what hurt Jason Lives at the box office because Jason Lives was released in August 1st. A couple weeks later, Aliens was released. And it had heavy competition. Jason Lives was against Aliens basically in the theater.
I'm sorry, man. No competition.
Yeah, I love Jason Lives, but I agree. Jason, you come to Kingston. We have a theater that plays classic movies once a month. I guess we're spoiled, eh? Well, we do too. It's just that it's never one I really want to see. Like I'm waiting for them. Like, oh, Predator's playing at the theater. They never have Rocky. Any Rocky's playing at the theater. Like I don't know why. Like that would be a great theater experience.
Yeah, we get like the Harry Potter movies here like every year.
Yeah, I'm talking like go back to the 80s. Like bring the 80s movies back. That's what I'm talking about. Like put that nice sound with the theater sound and you got the nice lazy boys they have now. It'd be so much fun. There you go. In the fall they had Return of the Jedi. It was wicked awesome.
Oh
Yeah,
man, I missed out on going to see that.
I know they just released Die Hard in the theater not while, and I was like, "Fuck, I missed that too." I would love to see that one in the theater. I'm trying to think. Fuck, any Rambo movie would have been awesome in the theater. How's it going, Ronnie? I'm assuming this is Ronnie. At the All the Good Names Are Taken podcast. How you doing, man? We're watching a little bit of Aliens. There's Newt. Newt looking classic. Man, it's amazing how she survived, eh?
It's crazy.
It's crazy how she survived, man. Like she was directed really well because this she had no experience. I've seen her, Carrie Henn. She goes to the conventions every now and then. Who played
Oh,
Newt.
really?
Yeah, not many of them. Just found out Heather Langenkamp is coming to the Niagara Falls Comic Con here in June, along with Dolph Lundgren's going to be here, Robert Patrick, some Star Wars alumni. Um, not like the big names, but the I forget who it is, but it's going to be a good June. I need money. Derek Mears from the Friday the 13th remake. I was excited to meet him. I want to meet him.
Yeah, that's a badass Jason there.
Yeah, I would love to. I can't wait to talk to him about Jason and just him as a Friday the 13th fan. Tim says we saw Rambo 3 at the theater. Fucking thing was rated R. It was only 15. We had to sneak in. Now that is a story. That is awesome, man. Rambo looking all fucking jacked and everything. Great. Got to get your He-Man stuff signed by Dolph, right? I have a Blu-ray. I got Masters of the Universe on Blu-ray. This is where we start getting these themes of motherhood. Sigourney Weaver having a second chance at being a mom, which we see the special edition more. And her and Newt have this bond, and then it's like the Mother Queen against Mama Ripley, and it's just a freaking bitch showdown at the end.
Mama Ripley.
Mama,
Yeah, like
Mama Bear against fucking Mama Bear.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right, Tim. Chevy Chase is going to be at the Comic-Con in June. He was just announced too. It's going to be a good one, man. Tim, if you're going, man, we should hook up. I don't know how many people I'll be able to meet, but I'm definitely going to go. Depends on the prices, to be honest with you. I just went to one where I met Nick Castle.
Oh.
Yeah, I think they're right here. Kimberly Beck plays Trish.
Ooh, yeah.
She was there. That's why I went, actually. I had room for all this. And Nick Castle.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
I love that shot, man. So good. I love bee conventions, man. I have such a blast at them. You got to pack the coin, though, man. You need a lot of fucking money, man.
Yeah.
Because they'll have like VHS booths, and you'll find all these rare. I got King Kong, the original King Kong, on VHS. Found a bunch of other stuff that was just awesome, man. Just love it.
Man.
They both got PTSD. These two. The thing is, Ripley believes her. You see that when she looked over? Ripley believes what this little girl says. You know, you think you'd be safer? Nope. Now, when you saw this for the first time, Austin, did you think Bishop was gonna twitch out like the first movie?
I had hopes that it was gonna be no because I like him more than I like Ash, but
Yeah.
even when I first watched this, like I looked at him, I'm like, he just looks like fake. Like it looks like he's wearing a mask.
One of my favorite scenes coming up, actually, when they go into the nest here. I just love the sequence. I love Sigourney Weaver's jacket, man. In this, bomber jacket she's wearing.
Yeah.
I'd be,
This vehicle always reminds me of the Batmobile from the Christian Bale Batman movies.
yeah. Tim says, I'd like to take that tank for a rip, right? I gotta get me one of these. The freaking artillery they're carrying, man. They're ready to destroy the fucking world.
That's the thing. You first watch this, you're like, "There's no way that these aliens are going to be able to beat these guys." And oof, wow.
Well, when you got acid for blood, it kind of changes the game.
Mhm.
Well, the way they blend into their own environment is just a genius idea. You
That's
won't
probably
even
my
see them.
favorite shot from the first movie.
Oh, look at the production design. Look at that. It's great. Going in the nest, everyone. We're going into the fucking nest. I love how Jimmy Cameron is doing the over the shoulder with the camera to
Mhm.
really put you in there with the characters and make you don't know if something's gonna pop out or not.
There's so much just atmosphere in it too.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a dry heat. This guy's a moron. Your ass will get blown up. I love how Jimmy Cameron changes the game though. Acid for blood. They can't fire any fucking weapons. What are we supposed to use? Harsh language, man? So you're facing xenomorphs with shotguns and flamethrowers. Good luck. The only thing that doesn't make freaking sense to me is like you could easily explain to him you're under the cooling system or the heat exchangers. That's why he doesn't tell them why they can't.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Oh, there's an egg. Some freaking horror imagery here, man.
Mm-hmm. It's giving me the chills.
Yeah, it's a pretty chilling scene. Torch the fucking bastard. They grow up fast. It's on now, though. Freaking on. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, I love it. That's why I like the Xenomorphs more than I like the Predators.
And that's fair. I get that. I wouldn't argue that. Even though I love the design of the Predator, it's like my favorite, but I wouldn't argue it. I mean, they're fantastic. Pull your team out, man. Get it's right there. You don't even see it. Look. Ah!
Oh,
Oh, I blended in.
oh man.
That's the ammo too. They're up freaking shit creek, man. The only thing I think would have made the scene better is if we got to see more inside the nest and not cutting back to all the cameras where you
Mhm.
don't really see a whole lot. I mean, for attention building, I think it's better. It works more, but
Me too. If you like followed like a different xenomorph going around like the first person view.
like they're showing you what's happening on the TV cameras. I would have rather seen it um from their point of view more.
Yeah.
But that's a nitpick though, man. I think this is a perfect film. Airplay's awesome, man. Saving your fucking team, man.
She don't give a shit about your orders.
Love the music. Marines, we are leaving. This is awesome, man. Oh,
Uh,
I love this. The shotgun in the through its fucking brains. Freaking Hicks here. Eat this. Oh! I don't know what happened. My movie skipped ahead on the. That's it, Ripley. There. I think there's a scratch on my desk and it skipped ahead.
Oh,
Yeah. So I was just trying to close enough now. Whatever.
yeah, you're pretty
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 close.
well. Yeah,
Okay.
you're like maybe 2 seconds behind, if that.
That's all right. Fucking A. That's what I think of this watch party. Fucking A.
That's badass. I think you had a few things pop up in the chat while you were doing that.
Oh, thank you. Ronnie says, you guys gamers. I have a PS5 I just got for Christmas. I wouldn't say I'm a gamer. I'll play video games now and then. Um, I play soccer with my son. He loves soccer. Like the sports games. I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2 right now. Um, I love Red Dead Redemption. I've been a fan of that freaking game. Just love it. I love the Western. Well, it's kind of like GTA, right?
Yeah, just a
GTA,
Western version of it.
Western. I love it. Highly recommend Pac-Man 256. Or I'll definitely try and play it. I have played Aliens games before. Colonel Marines I played for the PS3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they came out with one for the PS4 called like Fire Team or something like that.
And when I had PS3 quite a while ago, I've got PS5 now, but I just got one. So I missed PS4 days. Um I loved The Last of Us.
Oh
Love that
yes.
game, man. Just the story of it. I just the way it opens up and everything. It's just like I haven't seen the show yet, but
Oh, dude, it's fantastic.
yeah, I hear it is.
Yeah,
I
I'm a
don't know if
big
I got
like God of War, Resident Evil guy.
yeah. Those are popular ones, eh? Tim says they don't think it's a bullshit mission anymore, right? Game over, man. This is where it's game over. This is a great crash here, like this sequence. Well, what the look at that, eh? Might want to move.
That's another thing Cameron's good at is like explosions and stuff.
Well, you watch enough of his movies, you see the structure. He builds characters, builds them, builds the story, and then he lets the action just ignite, and then it doesn't stop. In this movie's case, it's when they cut the power. The aliens cut the power. From
Mhm.
that moment on, the movie does not stop. It just goes right to the end. Almost like a roller coaster ride. You know, he's going like this. It's taking you up and up and up and up. Then it drops, and that's where all the excitement comes and all the twists and turns and everything.
Mhm.
She already knows their fucking patterns and everything, man. Uh, he's so good in this movie, man. Like,
Bill Paxton's an amazing actor.
he gave us a lot of great characters, man. Like, the only guy to be killed by a Terminator, a Predator, and an alien.
Yes.
Hell of a director, too. I don't know if you've seen Frailty, but what a great movie.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, so good, dude. The less you know about it, the better it is, too. So,
Yeah, the only thing I know is Bill Paxton's in it, and I think Matthew McConaughey's in it. That's like
yeah,
as much as I
yeah,
know about it.
yeah. That's all that. Just go into it like that because it's incredible film. Like, great director. Affirmative. I love how Jimmy Cameron just didn't have Newt just sitting there doing nothing.
Mhm.
He put her in the mix and everything. Had her helping out, learning not learning weapons, but wearing the helmet. He was setting everything up so whoever took the next movie over was going to use her and utilize her in a way that would have made the character grow. That's why Alien 3 fucking pisses me off so much.
If they came out
Unfortunately.
tomorrow and said they were going to make a sequel to this, what would your thoughts be?
Oh, you wouldn't. I'd probably be more excited than I've ever been about a fucking movie. It doesn't even have to be Ripley. If they said Newt's coming back, we're gonna do Newt and maybe Ripley's died or something, I'd be fine with that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I know that new Alien movie that takes place between the first and the second movie.
Mm. It sounds like they may be going for more of a slasher style movie.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what they're doing. All I know is they're going away from like the Prometheus and Covenant stuff.
And I'm fine with that too. I want to see David's story finished, but
Mhm.
I get we're not going to get that now. I hate when they just have all these unfinished storylines.
Mhm.
Hey, if you didn't like the way Halloween ended, like David Gordon Green's, but at least he finished it. At least he got to finish it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it or hate it, with David's story, we didn't get to see an ending. Covenant was like left wide open, and we never got to see any kind of conclusion. I can see you, girl.
This whole thing is probably my favorite part of this whole movie.
Oh, without these two, this thing's heartless. I mean, just it grounds it with so much heart to it. Giving characters motives and arcs, it's so important, man. And he doesn't rush through it. He's building it. You got to invest in them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what David's story was going to end, was that he was going to make the queen. He was going to design the queen because it lays eggs instead of him creating the eggs. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating. I would have loved to seen all that, man.
That would have been a good way to lead into the first Alien.
He's all about wealth, money. So that the in the special edition, that's Newt's parents. He sent Newt's parents out to the ship so they could have a claim on it.
They
I
show
believe
that
that.
in the extended cut, right?
Yeah, in the extended cut. Yeah, you meet Newt at the beginning of the film, pretty much. I like Sigourney Weaver, Ripley's sense of humor. It's very pretty, but what the hell are we looking for? Ripley's always trying to survive, eh? Like she's more positive than this group. What's going on, Tom? How you doing, buddy? Lance Hendrickson was also considered to play Terminator well, maybe in a parallel universe. Yeah, that's originally the way James Cameron originally envisioned the Terminator, was someone who could blend in, like what he did with Robert Patrick for the T-1000. Lance, he has artwork of Lance Hendrickson as the Terminator, but then he saw Arnold and it just worked. Just felt what he needed because Arnold was so damn big, right? Intimidation. I guess they went for more intimidation. That is a tight spot, man. They do look pretty wide. Like they look pretty worn down, don't they? Like
Yeah,
they haven't
really
slept
busted.
and everything. What a fucking stud. He gets Linda Hamilton and Sigourney Weaver.
I'd say Linda Hamilton's a little more impressive.
Yeah. They were setting up this love relationship between them. It was subtle, but he was planting the seeds, Jimmy Cameron. Now in the comic books, Hicks ends up in a mental institute. Sigourney Weaver breaks him out. Newt grows up to be like a fucking xenomorph killer and everything. Like she sleeps amongst the eggs and everything to camouflage the smell and everything like that, so they can't smell her. Like she's just a badass when she grows up.
What the hell?
There was so much you could have done with these characters. I just wish they would have done it back in the day, or even like the '90s or whatever. You'll notice all these characters have arcs. You got Gorman, got his team killed pretty much. Vasquez is pissed off at him, and then they end up dying together. They go out together. They go out as a brotherhood. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Love that about this movie. Tim says my buddy just texted me, and that's what I was up to. So I'm watching Aliens watch along with Austin and Jason on Backtrack Cinema, like you should be. Yes, yes, brother. I appreciate the love, man. I really do. I really appreciate the love. There's actually a 4K of this coming out soon. Aliens.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
I'm,
my god.
oh, here he is. Deadhead 777. It's time for an ice cold one with Backtrack Cinema. Cheers, my friend. We all have a hobby, guys. This happens to be mine. I was editing so much for a couple weeks ago that my eyes were just done. I had to take a little like a week and a half off. I was like of like editing. I was like, this is getting too much. I said my eyes looking
Yeah.
at the computer screen.
Oh yeah, man, it catches up quick.
Hey, Blu-ray Addict, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Yeah, it comes follows up with which sequel do you guys like more, Aliens or Terminator 2? I will Aliens, I think.
I agree.
I think Aliens. I love TT though. Like that's like comparing a perfect they're both perfect films as far as I'm concerned. I consider T1 and T2 perfect movies. I just reviewed The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Have you seen that one?
I haven't even heard of that.
Oh, it's a good one, man. I haven't watched it since back in the day, which is 1992. It's a thriller with Rebecca De Mornay. I'm watching this thing. I can't find anything wrong with this movie. It's practically a perfect thriller. It's such a good movie.
Hmm, interesting.
Yeah, I definitely recommend that one.
I'll have to check that one out.
In most movies, the glass would break, so I like how Jimmy Cameron's really grounding this movie to a certain point.
He's rising up that tension too. You're stuck in here with this.
This little freaking face fucking sucker. I have one actually. Oops.
Oh,
I did it for a skit when I reviewed this movie.
oh yes, I remember that.
I put this thing on my face.
Oh,
That was a fun skit I did for Aliens. I like doing it. Oh man, so look at these things crawling, eh? They're just freaking. I like how Hudson blasts this thing away. Man.
bro, save your ammo.
Just think about that. They wrap around your throat and strangle you so you can't breathe. That would open your mouth. Just think
Mhm.
about what instinctively what it's doing. So you'll go open your mouth, and that way it can lay its eggs in you. It's like perfect. He's a fucking scumbag. Like
Just one of those you can't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, I love that. You don't see them fucking each other over. Movie Jeff says, Burke, what a scumbag. Oh, yeah, absolutely. They're animals. Right from this moment when the aliens show up, this movie just doesn't stop. Prepare for war. Tom Baker says, only in looking back, you see what good stuff they had before movie credits covered half the screen time. Yeah, good point. Yeah, Tim, I agree. Hand That Rocks the Cradle was unbelievable. Yeah, it's a great movie. What the hell? This is such a great movie, man.
Oh, this shot here, man. This shot is what I think of when I see aliens.
Them crawling, all of
Yeah.
them, the ceiling. Yes,
Oh.
like a bunch of cockroaches all crawling. This guy does. This is unbelievable. This guy. But that's a that he dies, but he serves an arc. He goes out like a soldier instead of a whiny bitch. Freaking music is driving this too. Freaking Vasquez, awesome.
She's a badass.
Oh, she's a fucking badass, man. Like they all become badasses here. He has this way of putting you right in the action, eh? Like you feel like you're right in it. Tom Baker's a production designer. Peter Lamet also did the Bond movies. Oh, really? Awesome. Good news. Newt's getting the fuck out of there. Oh, she pins this thing against the wall. Badass, but it got
Ah,
her ankle. Ouch. Love it. Gorman tapping him on the shoulder. Go. Goes out, get Vasquez. Another character arc completed. They die together. It's awesome. Like, badass. The beginning of this movie, they come off as insubordinate soldiers. They're joking around, but they all bond together and make the sacrifices, I guess. Love it. You may get me, but I'm taking you fucking with me.
literally, when that happened, I thought she was dead.
Oh, this is one of my favorite shots coming up.
Hmm.
That alien comes up behind Newt out of the water. So good.
So like sinister almost.
Yeah. The way he shoots it is that you don't really see it in full.
Mhm.
So it really sells it the way he shoots this shot. Oh, oh,
Oh,
that's so good. I wonder if that was a hard shot to get though. To get the way it comes out at the right time like that. How they did that. Oh, it never gets dull, man. Every time you watch it. Here we go. We got another lady carrying Michael Biehn around. An injured Michael Biehn. Tim says one of the reasons this holds up, it's almost two and a half hours long, but you don't realize it because you get caught up in it. Suspense, action, great cinematography, great lines. It has everything. It's action, it's sci-fi, it's horror, everything. Another genre splicer, man. It's great.
comedy.
Yep. Yeah, Tom, I've been saying that forever. That Bean's an underrated actor. He really is, man. You look at his performance in Tombstone as Johnny Ringo, um, Kyle Reese in The Terminator. He was so good in that movie. I don't really think he gets the credit he really deserves.
He's even in an episode of The Mandalorian.
Yes, that's right. I remember that episode. They brought a lot of old actors into that
Yeah.
show. Carl Weathers even directed a couple episodes.
Yeah, I think 2 episodes if I remember right.
Yeah, but Michael Biehn, he's fantastic. Did you ever see Sigourney Weaver in a movie called Heartbreakers?
Heartbreakers.
So she's a con artist, and Jennifer Love Hewitt's her daughter, and they're like these con artists. And Ray Liotta, they con him and everything like that, and he figures it out. He goes, "You two bitches fucking played me."
What the hell?
So Sigourney Weaver marries men with money,
Mhm.
and then when they die, she gets all their money. Like she cons the, she works her way in. It's like a comedy. It's a comedy, like it. Um, but Jennifer Love Hewitt's character falls in love with this guy. Oh, what's his name? He played in the Garfield or the Alvin and the Chipmunks. And My Name is Earl. You know who I'm talking about? Jason something.
Oh, Jason.
It's Jason something. I forget his name, but
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about though. Yeah.
it's a fucking funny movie though, man.
Huh.
That's what I mean. She can do so much. She can do comedy and serious action movies like this and dramas and everything. Every time I watch Ghostbusters, I forget Sigourney Weaver's even in it.
Yeah, the first time I watched it, I even looked at my wife. I'm like, "Is that the chick from Alien?" Like, yeah. I'm like, huh. Interesting.
I liked her in Galaxy Quest with Tim.
Oh, is that the movie with Tim Allen?
Yeah, the Star Trek spoof. The Star Trek spoof. This character's fearless. She goes right in there, man. Best movie ever. Tim says the detail on the set is insane. Oh yeah, man. Incredible production design. Goo and slime and ugh. Very suspenseful.
Oh.
Now I will say there's a little bit of continuity here that what's the guy? Drake? He got sprayed by all this alien blood, and Ripley's blasting these things right in front of her, and no blood's going on her. I get why you can't have her like too injured, or it wouldn't be believable.
Mhm.
But it's kind of like you already established that when you're right in front of these things, you're gonna get sprayed. Unless the way Drake was and Vasquez shot, it was like right beside him.
Yeah,
So
I think
maybe
he's
there
off
was
to
a,
the side.
but like I say, nitpicks doesn't bother me any. Look at all the fucking eggs. It's like Easter,
He's shitting my pants.
right? Um. Does this say Jay? Welcome, Jay. The Colonel Marines need another go at these things. Yeah.
Boy.
Oh yeah. This again. What does a good sequel do? See something we've never seen before, and Jimmy Cameron brings us the Alien Queen. Look at that. Oh, this is a great standoff here because Ripley tries to back up, and then these little the xenomorphs back away, and then the egg opens, and Ripley this gives her that nod. And it's like you fucking bitch. Was trying to flank her. Like Ripley's just giving her a warning, saying, "Let me out of here," essentially, or I'll torture eggs, torture babies. There you go. The aliens back up. Okay, you can go. You fucking bit. Oh, there it is. I love it. That was so well handled. That scene, man. Like, Jay says, when movies had actual villains and characters, that I agree with. At least it seemed like they did more back then. Yeah, Ripley doesn't mess around. Fucks everyone up. Torched her babies there, girl. That's a nasty fucking creature, man.
Yeah.
Tom Baker says Alien 3 was a lost opportunity. Yeah, I agree. I can't. It's hard, man. It's hard not to forget that intro. Uh, Jay says, thanks for hosting this. When's the next movie? Next week, My Bloody Valentine from 1981 will be the next one. Jinja Ninja is here. Said, hey, hey, dropping by to say g'day from down under. G'day, mate. Hey, got one for you, Jinja Ninja. That's not a knife. No, that's a knife. Look, I gotta watch Crocodile Dundee soon, man.
Another movie I could say I've never seen.
Oh God, you gotta watch it. It's iconic. I actually think the second one's better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Same with Karate Kid. I like Karate Kid too. Love the Karate Kid too, man.
I've only seen the second and third one like maybe once.
Any BMX movies like Rad? I haven't seen Rad in years and years. Definitely due for a rewatch. Ninja Ninja said that's a knife, all right. Right? James Horner music here too, eh? Crescendoing. Movie doesn't stop, man. Great score. Tim says, "Holy sweet fuck, Austin! No Crocodile Dundee."
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
I wish I hadn't seen all those freaking movies. Austin's a Star Wars guy.
I am, if you
He's
cannot
a big,
tell.
yeah, he's a big Star Wars guy.
Star Wars and Halloween. Those are my franchises.
Yeah, that's what I say. That's what I say with mine. Friday the 13th and Rocky. Kind of an odd mix, but you wouldn't believe the people who come and said, "Oh, those are my two favorite franchises too." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you find your audience that way.
I can respect Friday the 13th. I've never seen any Rocky movies, so I need to redeem that here.
Oh
So
shit! Don't say that. You're supposed to fucking lie. This is my audience here. They're gonna rip you now.
I love Rocky. It's so good. It's the best movie franchise of all time.
In the words of Axel Foley, you fucked up a perfectly good lie, and that's okay. It's okay. I told you that almost caused me to shut off the watch along.
Don't leave, Tim, please.
You got to remember what channel you're on.
I know, I forget all the time.
Oh, that used to terrify me when I was a kid. This part, I know it was white milky blood, but it's pretty graphic.
Yeah.
And you get a great payoff with the loader, right? Setting up the loader at the beginning of the movie here, where she gets in the loader here in a minute. How the hell did they get that thing to move like that?
I don't
Like
know.
the animatron, it must be animatronics, but look, it looks organic though. Like the way it's moving, everything about it feels organic. There you go, Austin. What?
I'll just put my hat down in shame.
Uh, this is iconic. Look at her in that loader. Great line.
This part always makes me think of Scream 2 when they're like in the classroom. I believe the phrase is "stay away from her, you bitch." This is movie class, right?
Like that tries to freaking crush her freaking brains.
Ooh.
So how did? So you know Carl Weathers from Star Wars then, and
Yeah,
from Predator mostly.
and Happy Gilmore.
Interesting. Interesting. That's interesting. Good Real Hunting watched Rocky 3 tonight on their channel.
Oh yes, they did. They did.
Yeah.
I said this to Brett, and I told him, he's like, "Well, I guess we'll be competing tonight." I'm like, "Dude, no offense, Aliens versus Rocky 3. I'm sorry, Aliens wins."
Tom Baker says it's nuts that iconic mask is Shatner. Yeah. Michael Myers mask, I'm assuming you're talking about. Um yeah, the guy poked the eyes out, fluffed up the hair from old William Shatner Star Trek mask. That's how the Halloween mask was born. It is pretty crazy when you think about that.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a clown mask.
Yeah. Tim says, I win the Lotto Max tomorrow night. I'm buying a bunch of those suits and we can all try them out. Ninja Ninja says, what's scarier, Shatner or a clown?
Shatner.
Shatner. Yeah. The reason the Michael Myers mask works so well, in my opinion, because the mask represents what the character's about. You know, a blank, emotionless face. You don't see his eyes.
Yep.
You know, the blackest eyes. It really is cool. Like in that sense. Shatner's also immortal. Captain Kirk, brother. Captain Kirk. freaking android insides. And right here, Newt calls her mommy. He doesn't call her Ripley. Another arc. Story, great arcs, action. What a fucking movie, guys. Still got to give it the Terminator a little bit more, though. Myself, I just fucking love Terminator. I think this is a better made movie, though. I think this is, as far as him directing and everything like that. I think it's a better made movie. I just enjoy that tone of the tone of Terminator so much. What he did with um for the money he had.
I think for me, it's just that moment with the stop motion Terminator, and then the practical effect Arnold head, where like here I don't notice like anything.
Yeah.
And I love Terminator, like literally, it's in like
Yeah, he just had more money, right?
Yeah.
Ginger Ninja says, well, this one had a bigger budget and was shot legally. Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of guerrilla filmmaking in Terminator where he just had no permits for shit. Go over there, let's film it. Now watch closely. Whose face is the camera on? Newt. What? That's what Jimmy Cameron was telling you there. It was on Newt's face.
God damn. I always forget how good this movie is.
So, still your favorite?
Yeah. Apparently my recommendation to watch next is Predators.
Mine was Prey.
Oh, there you go. Prey is better than Predators.
I agree.
Although
I'm a bigger Predator 2 fan, then I think Predator 2 is still the second best Predator movie, personally, but
I still like Prey. Prey's still my favorite Predator movie.
we'll forgive you this time.
Okay.
Ginger Ninja says, imagine how much more epic the Terminator would have been if Cameron had the budget and the permits for it. Yet he probably could have done a lot in that first movie. But I think that's what makes it special. Is that what he did with little money? Tim says, thanks so much for having this watch party, Jason. I haven't seen this in probably 30 years. I'm not kidding. Wow. Really? Fuck, I watch it every year, sometimes twice a year.
Damn good movie.
And don't worry, guys. I'm going to try and sneak in. I haven't done a Stallone one in a while. I'm going to try and sneak in Rambo 2 when I can. But I got a bunch of watch parties come up from like Total Recall, Braveheart, Leon the Professional. We're going to be doing Back to the Future. I might have a Predator one coming. So just there's going to be some watch parties coming up. But we're going to horror next week.
You need to do the best Stallone movie ever made.
Well, that would be Rocky. I already did it.
No. You have to do Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
No, I hate that fucking movie.
Are you serious? I love that movie. It's so funny.
It's the worst Stallone movie I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, no. Yes! Thank you. I love that movie.
Yet I have it on VHS here.
You are right, Tim, unfortunately. I will be honest there.
Tango and Cash is great. It's so fun. So fun. That's let me remove this. That's Aliens, guys. That was a lot of fun, Austin. I appreciate you coming on, and you can take some time and plug your channel. Tell people what you got coming up so they can tune into you. His link is in the subscription below, so make sure you sub to SPC Unleashed. He's a Star Wars guy. So if you're into Star Wars, you'll definitely like his channel.
Yeah, we're trying to reach 500 subscribers this year. I'm almost to 300. I think it's like 18 subscribers away. But yeah, I do a lot of movie reviews, a lot of Star Wars stuff. I've been doing these tier rankings for the last couple of Tuesdays. I'm trying to do them like every other Tuesday, do a tier ranking. So if you guys like tier rankings, definitely stop on by. We'll be doing some watch alongs here soon. I'm still working out some kinks in it and some guests, so hopefully we'll get some of those going. And yeah, just make sure you guys stay tuned on the channel. Be quite a bit of content, I think, coming out here in the next couple weeks.
Oh, hold on. Get rid of this. There we go. Yeah, he's definitely good content for sure. So yeah, guys, make sure you subscribe if you like reviews, Star Wars, all that kind of stuff. He does a great job over there. Ginger Ninja just subbed to you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate
He's
that.
great. He's a great channel. Ginger Ninja does great reviews, man. He's a great movie reviewer. Tim says Austin like that and hasn't seen Rocky. Comments like that could get a guy canceled.
Hey,
Well,
man,
hey,
I love it.
Hey,
Everybody's got their own opinions.
that's right. He just said he hasn't seen it, guys. He didn't say he didn't like it. He just hasn't seen it. I'm sure he'll love it when he sees it. But, man, I wish I could watch Rocky for the first time again. That would be that'd be insane. I wouldn't, you know what I mean? I'd just be like, it'd be great. Ginger Ninja says thanks at Backtrack Cinema, much appreciated. Yeah, you do a good job, dude. You know, a lot of the guys in my circle, you know, you guys all do really good reviews. Just like, man, I wish I could talk like you guys sometimes. I wouldn't have to edit so much. I'm just kidding. But as far as me, I'm working on something different. Usually you guys see me in my videos. I'm working on just a voiceover video. I thought I'd try something different just for shits and giggles, really. It's more of a voiceover video. You guys it's gonna be a top 5 moments in Roadhouse. So with a new Roadhouse coming out, I thought I'd go back to the original movie, do a top 5 moments, and I'm editing that right now. So it's not like my regular videos. This is something I've never tried before. All voiceovers and all that kind of stuff, and you'll just see clips through the whole thing. And um, it's been a pain to edit. Actually, it's a lot more editing than a regular video. So, but it's turning out pretty good. So, I'll probably release that next week. And honestly, I was doing 90s thrillers this month, but they're not doing so hot. So I don't know. I might just switch gears a bit and just find a movie to review, like do some action movies. Some 80s action movies. I'm not sure. I'm kind of like, and I got the Godzilla King Kong coming up in March, but um I'm gonna have some stuff coming out next week though, guys. Like always. Always get a few videos out next week. But we'll be back next week here for My Bloody Valentine, a day after Valentine's Day, with Matt Fauci from Fauci Cinema. He's a big slasher guy. He likes that original movie. So we're gonna watch the original My Bloody Valentine from 1981, which I've only seen like twice in my life. So it should be a lot of fun. But anyways, guys, thank you for popping in, saying hi, Tim, Ginger Ninja, all you guys who came out tonight. I appreciate it. I really appreciate you all coming down to watch Aliens with us. So definitely thank you for showing the channel some love. And I'll see you next time, guys. And I'll see you in the movies. Cheers.